Hi everyone, I'm Grahtles. Welcome to a new episode of City Skylines. This is Lochland, and if you're new to my channel and you don't know what I do Let's Plays, tutorials, tips, tricks on City Skylines. So if you like what you see, like, subscribe, comment, and share. So the last time we left off, we did that kind of gathering place with the London Eye and the Concerts DLC, and added some of the amusement attractions as well. Today we're gonna go in and we're gonna make a forestry industry. So we do have our island on the other side. I don't know if it's an island, but anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. Let me just jump out of here and show you. So this is Lochland, and I did forget to show you a couple episodes ago that I did put a road in here because we needed to pick up garbage and dead people. So I put in the road. There's no cars allowed on here except for service vehicles like garbage and, dead people problems. So that was fixed. Over in here is where we made our kind of gathering place. It's kind of nice. I filled in here with some leisure and some tourism. Because it's around the college, I figured that would work. And I also added in just some more of our seaside houses, the low density ones. Don't know what happened over here. That looked like it burnt down. That's a shame. I like that. Over in here, I did fill out in this area just a little bit, but our commercial and our industry demands are super high, so people are not coming in. Up in here, this was originally some farm and some temporary forestry just to get the industrial area up, because we had a huge demand. Today we're gonna take this down and put in some industry forestry. So let's go ahead and jump in. Alright, so as you can see, our commercial and industrial demands are super high still, and we have no demand for any residential. And we do have quite a bit of residential filled in, but they won't come in until we meet these demands. Over in here, we're going to delete this. I think we're going to turn this into an industrial road. And let me go ahead and get started with that. Okay, so we're all set. So now our industrial need is definitely much higher because we deleted all that. I'm going to delete these, electric line. I'll leave this one, but I don't think we'll need it once we get everything placed. So let's go ahead and figure out where we're going to put a main building. Now, the thing is, I don't want to do too much of a road layout, because I want to kind of go by the crop sizes. So let's go ahead and just fill in, just with a 1U road, just a small area to kind of just fill in our building here. I guess that'll work there. Let's go in and grab a main building, and that looks good. Alright, so I'm going to paint the area, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we're done with that. The next thing I'm going to do is kind of section this off. So what I'm thinking is, over in this area, we'll put in all the crops or fields. In this area, we'll do the processing plants. And we'll also fit in the workers' barracks and the maintenance buildings up and around maybe all different areas. And then back behind the main house, we'll put in storage. So to get the spacing right, I'm just going to go ahead and grab a large plantation. I'm just going to put it off of this road here, just to get a good size. And then I'm going to go in to my roads and place the roads right there so I know exactly where I want to place them. And I'm going to continue this kind of way of doing it throughout. I'm not sure about the one ways just yet, so I think I'll make them all two ways until I'm ready to do a one-way system. Okay, so here's a basic layout. I think up in here we'll put a couple of the smaller fruit places here. The fruit crops. Oh my god, I can't think of the word sometimes. Alright, there we go. That'll be good. Definitely can't fit one there. See if we can make these into a greenhouse. That'll look good. Just change it up a little bit. And these are greenhouses. We can make these the actual fields because they're a bit larger. They look a little better. I think I'm going to move this one over a little bit just to space them out a little bit better. Not too close to the road. There, I think that looks better. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the processing plants. So of course we're going to delete this for now. Let's come into the processing plants. So we got quite a few. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4. These pulp mills are huge, and I think we'll stick 2 next to each other. Let's take a look at what we have. Now I don't want them too close to the crops because they will pollute, and I don't want them messing up our crop fields there. So maybe we could do 2 of these sawmills. Not too close because we don't want the pollution too bad. Let's see where we are. Let's go ahead and put in another road. That will be good. Alright, so let's see. We could probably fit something else in there too, but let's hold off until we get everything placed. So we have the pulp mills, and we do have the sawmill. Let's go with the biomass. Do 2 of those. That looks pretty good. And let's finish it off with... Did we do the sawmills? No, the sawmills are actually smaller. So let's do these back up in here. And we'll grab one more of these. There we go. I'm just going to slide this one over just a little bit. And we'll try to place these right behind these guys. It'll look a little better. There we go. So we got all the processing plants in. Let's scoot this down just a little bit to the end. Yeah, that'll look pretty good, and this one as well. Alright, so I think that looks pretty good. Now let's move on to this side. Now we definitely could fit some more back in here. And let's kind of go off of the roads that we already have. So let's take this road, bring it up to the end here, and let's put in some storage. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. Next thing we want to do is place our workers' barracks. So let's go ahead and go into here. There we go. Now these guys are quite large. I'm going to place 1, 2, 3. Now these guys are also very large. I'm going to see if I can place another road behind here. I'm wondering if we should get a... You know what? Let's do this. Let's get rid of this road and kind of make something a little bit different. Let's go back into here and take these and flip them around. And place them right by the rail here. Okay, so I think that looks a little bit better. And now we can place the maintenance buildings across from here. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. I would have liked to fit it in a little bit better, but I can fit another one here. So I think that might work. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. We'll do that. Let me just relocate this. Just so it fits in a little bit better. And yeah, I think that's good. I'm just going to scoot the middle one to kind of make it more even between the two. We'll bring it down just a little bit. Okay, so I think that looks good. Alright, so we still have a large amount of space up in here. We could put a couple more crops or whatever we need. But for now, let's go ahead and start up the game. Okay, so I like to let the game run a little bit, and it'll help me to figure out where I want to put some one-ways. Down here we have a light, obviously. So we're going to go ahead and turn off our junctions. Got a few lights, actually. Our main house has no electricity. So let's go get them some electricity. There, that'll make them happy. Alright, let's go back to here. And let's see. Alright, so I'm going to want to fix this up a little bit. So I'll be right back. Alright, so we have a tremendous amount of traffic up in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this up just a little bit and add another road. Okay, so just changing the roads out a little bit definitely makes a huge difference. This red road, we're going to change it back to a one-way. We can do that. I was experimenting a little bit, but that'll work there. Let's check out the junction, make sure it didn't... Yep, it turned on. So let's fix that. And down in here, I think we're going to make this an industrial road too. It's traveled on, and it just makes sense that it'll be a little bit slower and they don't have to be rushing all over the place. I think that'll work. Yeah. So let's go back to the traffic and just take another look. And we have a pretty efficient forestry area. So breaking things up just a bit, it's a large industrial area, but making sure that you have a designated area for like your fields and your storage and your processing, and then we got our workers. It kind of works out good. And when you do have a little extra space, if something does get backed up a little bit too much, you can always just, play around with it, remove this down into here. If we had space, we could probably put another road here. I'm not sure if it would fit, but we could experiment with it. So let me go ahead and take another road really quick. And let's just put something right behind here. We could fit it in nicely. Like that. And let's just see if it'll fit. So the main building is there, but we can definitely fit them in. So I ended up moving these guys back over here because the traffic was getting a little crazy again, but it's better. Yeah, I think this is pretty efficient. It's working quite well. We could do this another way too. We could turn these coming this way, coming in, and then coming back out into here and make them use the main road to come back into this area, but I have a feeling... I don't know, we could try it out. Let's go ahead and try it. So this way they'll pick up the stuff from here, bring it over to the storage, pick it up from the storage, then come back through into the processing. So that might actually help a little bit. I don't know. It's one of those things that as long as the traffic isn't built up too much, I don't know what's going on over here. It's a little bit crazy, but not bad. Just seems to be this corner here and here because they're going back up and through. I'm not sure. I also have these guys on the same thing. We could try moving them down a little bit. I mean, I'm one that will play around with it quite a bit and see what works and what doesn't. I don't mind playing with the traffic. Let's check this part out. That might ease up a little bit here. Let's see what the electric is doing. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna get red now because that's just the way the game goes. And yeah, there's not much we could do about it. I did have a fire tower. Where is it? I think I deleted it, but let's check out our fire coverage. So let's grab a fire tower and place him there, and that will help them. And there's our fire tower right there, which we're gonna grab him and move him probably to right there. And that should definitely help. Let's check out police. Police coverage is pretty good. He could probably get moved more central, and it will help these guys a little bit, but overall I think he's good. Double check that traffic one more time. Yeah, overall I would say it's going good. So let's take a little overview and we'll talk about next time. So what I'm thinking is next episode, I think we could use some cargo. So what I'm thinking is down over in here, we could do the shipping cargo that has the hub that has the train, and put a shipping cargo right down in here. So now shipping does come in this way, so that will work. And I think it's just going to be more practical. I think we're going to get a lot less trucks coming through if we can get rid of some of this export. So I think that's what we're going to do. The next episode is cargo. So I hope you liked my forest area. And if you did, leave a like, a comment, subscribe. Just let me know what you think. So until next time, guys, I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.